The guests and discussions on this show are not endorsed by the show or show host. The content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Nothing you hear is intended to substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, and/or treatment by a qualified health professional.
Welcome to Health Revolution with V, your integrative health adventure. Welcome to the Health Revolution with V show. This is the show that is all things integrative, holistic, alternative health. This is the place you want to be for real health information. And today I have an amazing guest. Her name is Kristie, and she is the owner and head teammate at the Well Lab right here in Vero Beach in Indian River County. It's Kristie Wallace, and she has a biohacking gym. It's in downtown Vero Beach. I have actually been to this gym. It is outstanding, like nothing you have ever seen before. You're going to learn a lot today. And Kristie uses her background in the physical therapy realm and lifetime of advocating for a healthy lifestyle to reach clients who may not have time for or feel comfortable with conventional strength training. Or if you don't want to be in a meat market kind of gym every day, you can come to this amazing space. She has so much going on there. You're going to learn about that today. But she continues to advance her skills as a physical therapist assistant, personal trainer, massage therapist, and new business owner to create a ripple effect in health across our community. She is on the same mission as me, and I'm so excited to introduce her to you now. Kristie, welcome to the show.
Hi, Veronica. Hi.
I'm so excited to have you here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yay.
Yeah.
So you rock star.
Oh,
Just
gosh.
by looking at
Thank
you can
Ditto.
see that she practices what she preaches. You can see that right here. So tell me, I got to know, how did the Well Lab start? What was your inspiration for that?
Yeah. So, like you said, I was a physical therapist assistant. I put myself through college as a personal trainer. So always have been interested and involved in fitness and many different facets, and practiced in an outpatient physical therapy clinic in Sebastian for 17 years. I learned a ton about not only exercise and fitness, but pathologies and orthopedic, injuries and just a ton of things. And I guess I got a little, I guess I wanted to get to people before they ended up so broken. I love healing people and helping people, but I really wanted to get in there a little earlier in some points. And so, during COVID, I kind of took a little break and worked out of my garage for a while and studied up and took some other, did my massage therapy license and a few other things and put together the Well Lab. And September 1st of 2022, I opened the doors, and it has been a super fun roller coaster.
I bet. That place is something else.
We use a lot of, like you said, like a ton of different interesting equipment that Vero Beach hasn't seen yet. And I follow a lot of podcasts. I'm just, I'm a nerd. I'm reading and, absorbing anatomy and kinesiology and biohacking and all those things at night. And followed the biohacking realm for a while and just thought, like my body's feeling a little broken. And I have friends who are like starting to feel a little broken because they're, hitting the gym 4 or 5 days a week. And I started looking for some things that we could do that maybe took a little bit better care of ourselves and then left us time for our sport and play and families and those kinds of things. And the Well Lab kind of came from that.
Yeah, the rest of our life that none of us pay attention to, all those things that are part of our integrative health.
Absolutely, right? Yes. Started paying bigger attention. So yeah, I'm still amazed that I get to go there every day and like lead this wonderful team I have. So
just walking in the door is outstanding. I mean, you really have to experience it, which I'm so glad I had the opportunity to experience the gym before she came on to the show, because it is definitely unique and different. Yeah. So tell us some of the things that make the Well Lab so unique.
Well, first and foremost, we have a free consultation. We bring a potential client in and give them a test run on some of the machines that I showed you today and that I'll talk about. But and make sure that everybody's energy feels good. And I ask them about their goals and just make sure that that's the right place for them, because I feel strongly like, you need to advocate for people and send them elsewhere in your network if that's not the space for them, So after consultation, they want to sign up for a membership. They come in on their first day. We do an evaluation. And myself and my 2 coaches are certified in the functional movement screen, which is a screen that looks at how your body moves. I mean, from, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. We're doing all the tests, lay on the floor, get up from the floor without using your hands. We use the in-body scan, so that kind of gets a baseline for us on the body fat and all the icky stuff that people don't want to see sometimes.
Yes, nobody wants
but it gives us a good baseline, and then we're looking at their baseline metabolic, what their calories should be and things like that. Then we run them through whatever test I may see. If I have a client that's a little more deconditioned, I may go back to some physical therapy test of, just sit to stand within a certain period of time. And then, so those goals are measurable. So then we can duplicate that in 12 weeks when they do their reevaluation and show progress and, keep them motivated. And because gosh knows, we all got to stay motivated for it.
You have some very high-tech stuff going on in there. Like some of the, can you explain that machine that you put me on, the body fat machine?
Okay, yeah, the in-body bioimpedance, so it runs a signal through your body because you saw you had the little sensors that you stood on and then a sensor that you held in your hand. So it's looking at the density of your tissues as it moves through. So it's really kind of simple. It, it looks at your height and your weight and all those other, your age, and kind of gives you a baseline. Like you say, I don't know that it's, 100% accurate, but it's 100% consistent, at looking at where you're at along your journey. So.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I like to come with all of that data that it came with, like the body fat composition. What all is on there?
Let's see. Body fat, how many calories it suggests, which you're very familiar with all of that, but how many calories it suggests that you intake a day. It's definitely on the lower side. So we add a little because you're doing strength training and you need extra, carbohydrates to get through the movements and protein to synthesize the changes. So yeah, that's kind of it. It tells you limb, per limb, what they would like to see you have as far as density. So if you're a fall risk, if your legs are at, 80% and not 100%, then we want to beef up those legs, bone and muscle, so that falling is not such a risk for you, an injury from a fall.
It's the bone density too. So she had bone density, the weight, the body fat, like that was a very comprehensive test for that one, just a couple minutes that I was on the machine.
Yeah.
So that was unbelievable.
So let's see, evaluation day, then we turn to the machines, and we definitely, you got to see a little preview of those today. So I really want to dig in on like the Carol Fit Bike and the ARX and the Power Plate and all of those things. So.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to talk about those. We're going to take a quick commercial break so that you can see all of our amazing commercial sponsors that made this show possible for you to watch. And we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
Beach Bowls is a family-owned and operated cafe located in beautiful downtown Fort Pierce and St. Lucie West. They offer delicious homemade smoothies, bowls, sandwiches, and salads made with fresh food from local farmers. Visit beachbowlsfortpierce.com.
Have you been told that you need to cut way back on sugars due to a health condition? Do you find yourself struggling to give up the sugars even though you know your health depends upon it? If you answered yes, my online Hidden Sugars class is for you. Take charge of your health and visit eatingwithv.com and take the class.
Aapex Electric is a family-owned and operated, licensed and insured electrical contractor with over 30 years of experience. No job is too big or too small. With free estimates and a 1-year warranty, Aapex Electric is your premier contractor on the Treasure Coast. AAPEXElectricinc.com.
This is Elaine R. Davis
and Annette Robbins with the Real Team at ROG, Engage, and One Lux.
We are top producing real estate team on the Treasure Coast and proud supporter of V.
Contact us with any of your real estate needs or questions.
For more information, visit ElaineRDavisRealtor.com.
And let us be the key to your real life paradise.
Welcome back to the Health Revolution with V show. We don't want to miss one moment. We've got Kristie from the Well Lab and here in Vero Beach. So let's get right back to it because she has so much information to share with us. So Kristie, tell us, let's walk through what it looks like to train with you. Tell us about the machines. Tell us about what you have going on in there.
Okay. Yeah. So after that initial day where we really break down how that person moves, what their goals are, those kinds of things, they come back for their session. Generally, we warm up on the Carol Fit bike. All right. So this bike looks just like a regular bike you sit on top of on a stand that is, well, it doesn't look just like that. It looks pretty cool. But the flywheel in the back actually tightens up to the rider's capabilities. So there's 2 20-second sprints that you do on this bike. So it's super fast. The idea, though, is that you sprint really hard, you raise your heart rate, and then you recover completely. All right, then you do it again. And of course, there's other rides that you can do on it, but that's the general day. That's what we do with the Carol Fit bike. You can, we did an 8-week study with this bike, and there was a 62% decrease in metabolic disease if you were consistent riding this bike over 8 weeks.
Wow.
14% increase in quad strength or, leg strength. 12% increase in VO2 max. So all of these things that are, some people will, ride forever. And I love riding a bike. And I think that if that's your thing, go for it. But if you need to get back to work or if you just don't want to be there, this is a much more efficient way to work on those things.
Sure. What's that, 20 seconds and then a break and then 20
seconds again, right.
Wow.
So, and then from there, we usually move over to the power plate. Now, this is a plate that you stand on and it vibrates in 3 different planes of motion. So that vibration will activate muscles far quicker than if you were just standing on the floor. So it depends on what speed we may have it on. You're going to get muscle activation. So we'll do some warm-up things, postural exercises to make sure we're getting that in, and balance exercises. It definitely throws off your proprioception a little bit. So that's a huge challenge for an aging individual that's just like, I don't like just standing on the ground with my eyes closed, and you put them on there and, they're safe. And so it's a huge challenge and hugely helpful for bone density. Like there's been numerous studies done that this plate, standing on this plate, makes all the cells do the good things they're supposed to do to develop bone mineral density.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. That's my newest piece. So from there, we usually go to some accessory work. So some banded work. So we get that variable movement, dumbbells. I still love to play with barbells now and then. And
I don't know that we'll ever get away from the dumbbels.
I hope not. My gosh, that would be
weight.
We need that stuff in our life. There's people. I mean, I'm one of them. Like I still, I deadlift every week. It's just fun. So we use some of that accessory training, but that's kind of geared around the individual. So if they have, so they're missing some external rotation in their shoulder, we're going to make sure that that's in their program, that they're getting some mobility and strength for that area. And, just really what they need and what we found from the evaluation.
That's where that physical therapy part comes in, right? You can actually have a physical therapy assistant, someone who for over 17 years had worked in the physical therapy arena to help you with your training. I mean, that's like
sure.
amazing.
And my coaches are highly skilled, and just, Kim and Brian have they've been with me since the beginning, and they're amazing, like long history of coaching and really attentive to how people move, and it's fantastic even to watch them grow even more every day, just like, look at that hip hinge, they're not ready for this next movement. So I love that part about growth too, not just clients, but the people like around me. So
well, can you explain the importance of that? Like when people are working out on their own, right? How many ways can they hurt themselves?
Oh, sure, a ton. I did physical therapy on a lot of people for a long time, and they were just lifting something light off the floor. So I mean, there is a huge benefit to having someone with trained eyes watching you, at least initially, and making sure that you're doing things safely. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so people have the opportunity. When they come to you, they actually work with you or one of the coaches, right?
Yes.
But you have several options in there. Can you explain?
Yes. So, I mean, depending on their goals, again, it's whether they're going to be there once or twice a week. If they're working out on the ARX, the machine, we, it's difficult to program to get on that twice a week. You got to have a lot of recovery in between these machines. So I have a program now where I'm starting to teach people how to use that machine. And if I feel like they're fit and being able to come in and maintain their body mechanics, they can come in and just strengthen on the ARX. Now, many other things have to be in place before you're just jump into doing something like that. So
explain that machine more. Explain the ARX, because
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, this machine, I mean, the stuff that it does,
yeah,
you got to tell them.
So the ARX is Adaptive Resistance Exercise. That's what it stands for. So it is a computer-controlled, motor-driven machine that matches the user's force as they're using it. So let's just give an example, because people that are hearing this, they'll be like, what? All right, so if you're pushing a weight off your chest, all right, you're driving that weight away from you, that's a concentric contraction, all right? You're lowering that weight back down, that's an eccentric contraction. Now, if you were lying on a bench, pushing your dumbbells or barbell away from you, that's hard part of the exercise. When you go to lower, that gets a little easier because gravity, right? It's assisting you. It's almost like a rest, and unless you really slow the tempo down, you can achieve some good results. But these machines, when you're giving force, it's matching your force every hundredths of a second. It's matching your force. So if you have an area in your range of motion that you're a little weaker in, or you're starting to get fatigued, it's matching that force 100%. So, and on the way back, it's giving you far greater effort than if you were pushing a barbell off your chest or dumbbells off your chest.
It's giving you a resistance coming back.
It's giving you resistance coming back. Yes, it is. And so eccentric exercise grows muscle at a much faster rate. And it's the bomb. It makes the changes. We used it in rehab to rehab tendons and ligaments. That's the exercise you went to, was that nice, slow, controlled movement. So
amazing.
I'm having a ball.
Don't go away. We're going to come right back. We have a lot more to talk about, but we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
The Porch Factory is the #1 screen company on the Treasure Coast. Right now, we're offering screen repair. For $99, you'll get a screen inspection twice a year and first priority service if a storm comes. Enclose it so you can use it. Visit theporchfactory.com. That's theporchfactory.com.
The Health Revolution with V Show is your hub for all things integrative, holistic, and natural health on the Treasure Coast. If you are in the natural health arena and would like to be on the show and or advertise with us, please visit eatingwithv.com and click Health Revolution with V.
At Your Body Bliss, our passion is creating handcrafted bath and body products for your entire family. From our hand-poured soaps and authentic Castile soap to incredible lotions and more, all made with ethically sourced quality ingredients. With love from our family to yours, yourbodybliss.com.
Is your insurance company telling you that you have to replace your roof? Neese Roofing is a family and veteran-owned and operated local business. Choose peace of mind and quality work with this Owens Corning Platinum Certified contractor. Join thousands of satisfied customers. Visit neeseroofing.com. Welcome back to the Health Revolution with V Show. We are here with Kristie from the Well Lab in Vero Beach. I am so excited. We don't have a lot of time, so we got to get right to it. Kristie, welcome back.
Hi.
Nice to have you. I can't even begin to tell you. I'm excited I am that you're here. Let's talk more about recovery, because you have a lot going on the recovery side of your gym too. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So after you're off these beasts, these ARX, you're pretty metabolically fatigued. And I promote recovery like almost as much as I promote the strength training portion of my business. I mean, it's something I think that's far overlooked. And if you leave people to their own vices to take care of it when they're done, often it doesn't happen. So I have 2 infrared saunas built into the space. And I ask people to go sit in the sauna for 15, 20 minutes. And then they also are, as a member, can come back and use the sauna during the week and use the Carol Fit bike during the week and do any of the accessory work that we've given them. So I also have a massage chair and with compression garments. We offer massage in-house. Myself and another therapist do massage on the side. And I do a manual technique called active release technique that's really fantastic for soft tissue release. But I got to tell you more about that sauna.
You got to tell us about that technique real quick. We got to hear it. You can't throw that out there and not tell us what it is. Come on, tell us.
All right. So the active release technique. Okay. So this is a manual technique that I apply that, say a runner comes to me with a hamstring strain, something like that, and they've developed adhesion. So the tissue's not like this anymore. It's kind of like this. So this is a technique where I grab the tissue in a certain way and move the limb in a certain way. So it's very effective, and probably part of the reason that I kind of got a little bored where I was at a long time ago, because you have to test out of these continuing education courses every year, and you have to know your anatomy and know your clients. So that's a big part for me outside of when I'm not training. But I got to tell you about the saunas. Okay?
Yes.
So
yes. Well, first tell them real quick. Tell them how they can find you.
Oh gosh. TheWellVero.com. That's the best way.
Spell it out.
TheWellL Vero.com. And that will bring you to the website, and you can watch some really cool videos of these machines in action and people using them and things like that. So.
Okay, now let's talk about the sauna.
Okay, so recovery.
See, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, recovery is, so the infrared sauna, they've done studies on Turkish saunas for years, and there is such great benefits to, well, for anything. If you stimulate something and then you have the correct resources, say you've eaten you're really paying attention to your nutrition, okay, which is of course the foundation, and then your body is able to recover, and you're able to synthesize those changes that you've created during your workout. And the sauna is a fantastic way to decrease blood pressure, improve circulation, to clear, tighter skin. I mean, the benefits are countless. It's also a space where you can be mindful for like 20 minutes. And I have so many people that walk out of there and they're like, oh my gosh, that was so great. Like, I didn't look at my phone. There's no phones in there, you're just you and the music, and the seat vibrates gently. So, and the colors are just changing, and the lights are penetrating deeply.
Another level.
So
right?
you really can. So it's a moment to be mindful.
So many things. Yeah. Not only the benefits of the infrared sauna, but the mindfulness. Right. We were just talking about that. We talk about that on a lot of these shows, because it's so important to take that self-care portion to the next level, right? And they can do that there, not just with their body, but now their recovery is a whole self-care process too. Right. That's just amazing.
Yeah, after they've done strength training, which also has its own, neurological improvements that happen through, just all the good things that happen hormonally. When you lift something heavy and safely, which Aapex allows you to do, like this cascade of hormones, if providing you've got the right nutrition in you and you're hydrated, okay, and you've slept well, amazing things can happen to your body.
Yeah, that is amazing. Talk to us a little bit about that. I think we have a little bit of time left. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So, I tell new clients when they come in, I'm like, the first thing I start with, because we do nutrition tracking. My Kim is my head coach, and she is just finished her precision nutrition course, and she will track them on MyFitnessPal, so they know what they're putting in their mouth at the end of the day. They can see, and we give them good tidbits. But I tell the new client, I'm like, just add an extra portion of high quality protein. Let's just start there, starting very little. So I'm all about small goals, small habits, small changes to start, and then let them get motivated, and then then we can grow
for their
grow
great
from there.
success, though. I mean, that's where they get the success.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish we had hours to spend with Kristie. This is amazing. So the Well Lab is her place in Vero Beach. thewellverobeach.com is how to get her.
Yep, just thewellvero.com.
Thewellvero.com.
You got it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. I wish we had more time too.
Me too. Oh my gosh, she's fabulous. Make sure you go to her website and learn more and go visit her and become a client. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Health Revolution with V.